Hello, oh, Haru's still here. Hello, Haru. Haru, wawa. Blows her up. Hello. What does this do? Oh, okay. What does this do? Oh, what does that do? Oh. So many things on my screen. What's up, guy? Bring my Haru? No, she was an exclusive Saturday feature. Saturday, the 21st of March, 2026 feature. Her time's up. Moving my microphone closer. How's it going? Dude, I'm interested in technology and stuff and like how things are used and blah blah blah. And I always want to talk about AI, but I'm always scared that if I talk about AI, people will think I support Gen AI and then they'll kill me. So I get scared. But I'm super interested in its applications and how people are using it and like what the future might look like. But I'm like, what if everyone hates me forever because I talked about it? I'm scared, guys. We don't need an excuse, huh? Well, there's no saving that, you know. There's no saving that. I can't get away from that one. I don't support stealing art. Look, here's what I wanted to say in the chat, but I wasn't gonna say it because I was like, I better get up on my soapbox because then no one can tell me I'm wrong because I'm on my stream. The thing with like Gen AI, like if we talk about not even art, if we talk about like LLMs and how people use those and stuff, because it's all based off like scraped stolen data, right? I'm like, at what point do people be okay with it in the sense that, oh, it's already been scraped, so we may as well use it? You know, I'm like, is society gonna reach a place like that? Because if we like, this is within the context of the fact that everything is unethical in life, right? There's no ethical consumption under capitalism, right? If I have a Disney Plus subscription, I'm supporting like genocide somewhere or something. Or if I buy clothes, there's probably like tiny Chinese kids that are sweatshopping it, right? I mean, obviously you can make large efforts to try and buy cleanly, but there's like so much everywhere where you are doing something wrong. And I'm wondering if there's a point in society where AI will simply fall into that category of, well, we're already just, everything's already fucked and we're just gonna use this as well. Obviously, I'm asking this as a hypothetical, theoretical, you know, thingy. I'm not saying this should or shouldn't happen. I don't have an opinion! I don't have an opinion! I'm scared, please! Have I played the Happy Heels Homicide? I have not. Just stop buying stuff. If the baby's on the grill. Yeah, it's more like there's definitely apathy, right? Like, people are very apathetic in general, which, you know, probably not necessarily a good thing, but it's hard. Because there's just... There's... Like, right now, I think it's so fresh and new that people are really, like, invigorated to fight against it. And I think that's good, you know, in where Gen AI art is used, right, and is taking jobs away from people and blah, blah, blah. But, like, there's like, within the world, if we just, like, step away from AI, we don't even look at AI, there is just, like, a shit ton of apathy about human rights abuses and how our products get to us and what may have happened to get that plate into my home so I could eat some freaking mashed potatoes off it, you know, like, so I just wonder about that. Like, I wonder how society's views on things will shift, because I think we should, I think it's right to actively try and stop, you know, things that are causing harm, And the fact that Gen AI, right, is using so much water and fucking the environment, and I think that's really important thing to try and combat. But yeah, but I think like but like here's the distinction. What if you have? I say here's the distinction. I'm not actually that educated, so I can't fully speak on it. But if I am understanding correctly of what other people have told me, you can take an LLM, right, that's already scraped all the information, it's already done the bad, evil part. And you can run that, like, on your own PC, and then use that to do stuff. Is that something that people will find a line on where they're like, I'm okay with that? Is that something that will just be bad because you're simply using the LLM? I don't fucking know. Because you're not if you're running it on your own PC, you're not using, like, those centers, right? That's fucking everything. Those are the kind of conversations I find interesting around it. But I'm too scared to have them. I think a lot of those issues only start to get addressed when an ethical option presents itself or is invented, which is never, because ethics cost money. That's true. Ethics do cost money. If you self-host it, you need a powerful enough machine. Well, doesn't that depend on what you're doing? Because, like, the easiest example I can use about this, right, is, like, Neuro. Neuro is run, like, uses an LLM, and will be run on Vettel's PC probably, right? And that's, like, chill. Everyone's just fine with that. Is that the line? That's what I mean, right? Is like where I'm just very interested in people's, like, people's, what they're okay with, what that will expand into in the future. I just find it interesting. I'm hoping that bad things won't happen to the world in the meantime of finding that, but Neuro's also probably very limited. I mean, I don't know how it works properly, but I can't imagine that she's so literate that I have to imagine it's, like, a pretty big LLM for her to be able to talk about all the things she talks about. Yeah. I was looking at more of the, because I realized I missed so much context. I went and looked at the posts about it, and it was, like, more than just that one painting as well. Other people had found, like, other paintings in the game that had been AI generated. I'm like, oh no, you silly little devs, couldn't keep your secret under wraps, you silly little guys. You thought you'd get away with it. Neuro also has internet access, so she can fetch info from outside, but her base training is for Twitch chat. No. What? Neuro does not talk based on Twitch chat. She could have been trained on Twitch chat. There is absolutely no way that she talks. She is definitely running on an LLM. I asked a lot of people to, like, tell me how possible that was. There's absolutely no shot. There's no shot. Like, there is no way she could talk about the things that she talks about or knows if she was only based on a Twitch chat. There's no way. It's actually, like, not possible. Yeah, she's just, like, she's consuming, like, every Twitch channel on the entire website to, like, and even then, I don't even know if that's enough to, like, make her as nice as she is right now. But yeah, Twitch, like, for sure, could definitely be trained on Twitch, but her base is not Twitch. It's not possible. From what I've been told by people that understand this shit anyway. But that's, I guess, just what I mean. Like, what are we okay with using, guys? Hi, Ray! I think, like, yeah, I don't know. not high yet now. Um. I also was thinking about this. If you train something on Twitch chat, how ethical is that? I think I had this thought and conversation with a friend a while ago, because I was like, how do you get consent from everyone in a Twitch chat? That's not possible, right? Especially if it's a larger Twitch chat. There's going to be thousands of chatters. You can get consent from the Twitch streamer, but I don't feel like the Twitch streamer is, are we talking about AI or child? We're talking about AI. I was like, because it would be, if I was like, let's just say I was a massive like Moon chatter, right? And then Moon's like, yeah, I give consent for you to train your AI on my chat. It's like, well, I didn't consent for the things I said in his chat to be like trained on, right? Hi, Tomoko. Just don't say anything. Never speak. Yeah, I mean, you could have a rule that says why can't, yeah, like, you could solve it in that way. I'm just wondering if there was, like, any, I mean, whatever. It's, yeah, it's just in terms of ethics. I think it's interesting to say, like, oh yeah, something could be trained on Twitch chat, and I'm like, okay. But, like, ethically, is that actually cool? I mean, just because they're dead, I don't want them to know how I say pog. There used to be websites where you had logs of a bunch of Twitch chats that went back several years. Yeah, but then those logs were not being used to, like, train something that speaks, right? I mean, I don't care. Like, here, like, personally, if my things that I wrote in a Twitch chat were used to train an AI bot, I personally don't care. Like, this isn't me being like, I'm mad about it because it might happen to me. That's not something that is on my radar of things to stress about. But I'm just wondering, on the ethical line of it, about how others may feel. Yeah, we give consent automatically, like, why you can have a chat behind you for YouTube VODs and stuff. Yeah. But, like, I don't know, I just feel like it's, like, there's a difference, right? Like, legally it's fine, right? And, like, me having your, like, logs here on my screen lets you show what you're saying, you know, unedited, right? This is like you in your raw form. This is like you are putting out text into the world that you had control of, right? If I took what you guys said now and I trained a bot on it, right? And then that bot suddenly started speaking like you guys, it's now saying things in your style of speech or with your knowledge that you may not agree with, right? And I think that's where I question if it would be if that's, like, you know, legal or not, right? Whether that's just an ethics issue. And, like, when people train shit on Twitch chats, it's like, okay, well, legally it's fine, but I mean, it's a bit, is it morally questionable? I don't know. You could make a bot to just say bread and chai, I suppose. I mean, guys, like, I have literally been taking, every time you guys insult me in my Twitch chat, I take those messages and I've been training ViralBot on them. When ViralBot comes to life, she's gonna insult the shit out of me and it's gonna be all the stuff you said. A big part of it is expectations of privacy. Chatting in a public space, you don't really have any. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I guess I'm questioning the transformative nature of AI, right? The same way that, like, with art, I guess, you put out the art becomes public, but you are not okay with the transformative nature of AI taking your art and then replicating your art style. Typing everything in Shakespearean English to trick the AI? What do you mean? You're just making it smarter. You're just teaching it how to be proper. Bread. Bread. Hello, Polly. If I start imitating your style of writing, is that unethical if I don't copy you 1-to-1? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure that's been a point of contention amongst writers. It must have been at some point in the past. But I don't know. AI sucks at writing. It sure does. Oh my god, it sure fucking does. Anyway, I just find it a fun conversation to have, so I'm glad I could have it on my stream where you can't be mean to me. Smiles. Once again, I do not endorse Gen AI. Save the environment. Hashtag piss on my balls. Thank you. I wanted to do a content blitz today on stream. I wanted to see how many ideas I could come up with for like Dota content as possible in like 3 hours or something. Hashtag what? Don't worry about it. I think it's just a what are you comfortable with ethically? Like, pigs are really intelligent creatures and farms are horrible, but I love pork chops. I do. I do like pigs in blankets. Do you know, I feel so bad every Christmas when my mom's like, oh, what food do you want? And I say, I really want pigs in blankets. My mom is vegan, and so is my sibling, and I'm not. And I feel so... It feels kind of weird to, like, always ask for it. I'm like, I really want more pigs in blankets, please. I love those pigs in blankets. It's like, it really rubs it in the face of a vegan, like, that I'm eating a pig. They're so good, though. They're so good. Yummy. Hello, Otter. Just you or with suggestions? I mean, we can do suggestions. I'm down. We could co-do it. I mean, I didn't want to make you guys do work. I mostly just wanted to, like, try and show you guys some, like, creative process type shit. But I'm super down to do co-working, like, on this. I wanted to do it and just see what's possible. Hi, Dylan. I mean, it would be good to get you guys' feedback as well, right? Like, if an idea is not funny, then it's good to have that, you know, you guys say, I wouldn't watch that. I wouldn't enjoy that. I'm like, okay, my bad. How did you grow up in a vegan house as a meat eater? Well, luckily, my family wasn't vegan until I was, like, mid-teenage years, I think. And at that point, it just, like, I remember in the later teenage years, my mom would just simply make me a non-vegan dinner, and then they would have vegan dinner. And it was, like, usually you have, let's say, for example, mash and vegetables and chicken, right? My mom would just not have chicken. She would have the rest of the, the mash and the vegetables, and then she would just have whatever, tofu, I don't fucking know. I don't know what they have. And then for me, I would have the chicken. So it's fine. So she still, like, mostly cooks for everyone, but there's just, like, that one thing different. And then when I became an adult, like 18, I just made my own food at that point. I now cook for myself. Sorry, Kato, we have multiple topics in my house. And the next one is the cuck chair in hotels. How do we feel about them? Are you guys scared to sit on them? Because sometimes I think about hotel rooms and I'm like, really, how clean can they actually be? And I get scared. Oh, man. What chair? The cuck chair. The cuck chair. The one in the hotel room where there's the bed and then there's the chair in the corner of the room that the cuck sits on. A friend of mine used to be super into meat eating and even made vegetarian jokes and stuff, and one day he just became a vegetarian. Not that I had a problem with it, but it sure was sudden. I wonder what happened to them. Can't be dirtier than the beds? Well, the bed sheets get changed, right? The bed sheets get, like, swapped out. But you know how there's, like, those discolored, like, spot stains on everything? That's scary, man. And that's not on the sheets. That's, like, on the carpets and the... Have you seen sofas at Airbnbs? Jesus fucking Christ. Those are like... Oh my god. My goal's 80% vegetarian, 50% vegan. I like holding myself to a healthy standard, but don't like strict rules. I think it's honestly just anyone that makes any effort to not eat meat is like, it's great. Even if you eat meat 6 days a week and on the 7th you don't, that's better than eating meat every day of the week. So I think that's totally chill, totally cool. Because obviously, like, with the gases and shit and all the bad stuff, the poor animals dying and shit, you know, like, I get it. I get it. I think, like, my mom cooks, so, like, right now, oh yeah, what do I cook for myself? I don't really cook anything crazy. I'm not I don't know how to cook very well, if I'm going to be quite honest with you. So usually my dinner every night is, like, rice, vegetables, and chicken. Like, I don't make it fancy. Sometimes I'll have a jacket potato with beans and cheese. Sometimes I'll have pasta. But, like, I'm not doing nothing fancy. Sometimes I just oven shit. But, like, my mom, so, like, nowadays I will make, like, that, and my mom will make her own stuff, and so a lot of times she'll make, like, a big pot of something or another, and then I will also eat that, and I like that. That makes me happy, because I know that that's vegan and healthy and good. In Taiwan, I accidentally booked a love hotel. Dude, how cool is a love hotel? Because I've never been in one, and I only see them in, like, media, and they come in, like, all sorts of shapes and qualities. You know, some of them are just a down and dirty fucking bed, and then some I see are like, oh, look at all this. Open the wardrobe, and you have all of these fun things you can use, and whatever else. And I'm like, oh my god. What are they actually like? As someone that's been in one, I need you to tell me your first-hand experience in a love hotel. Especially because, like, that sounds like the kind of thing that would be fun to book if you actually were in a relationship. I wouldn't know anything about that because I've been single my whole life. Public toys? No, like, you know, like handcuffs and stuff. I don't think they would make the toys public. That sounds really fucking scary. He refused to share it. There was an X on the wall, gaudy colors, and the wall to the toilet was glass. What the heck? I can't believe he refused to share it. That's really rude. That was your experience too. An X clearly meant to be tied to? Oh my god. Oh yeah, I can see that. I can imagine that. You could order toys to the room in that hotel. Oh. Well, I guess if they're cleaning them properly. I would be too scared to do that though, man. Every hotel room I get has the... Dude, sorry, I was trying to finish your thing. Has the outline of a body on the bed and police tape on the door. The worst hotel I ever stayed in was so bad. It was like this tiny, tiny, tiny room. Really low quality everything. Just kind of like the fucking building felt like it was falling apart. And there was a toilet bathroom attached, but it was so fucking small you had to like cramp yourself up inside of it, and then they didn't have room for the sink inside of the toilet, so the sink was next to the bed in the bedroom. So you would piss, you would come out of the piss room, you would wash your hands in the sink next to the bed, and then get in the bed, because that's the only thing you had space for in your room. That was the worst place I've ever been. I was like, I don't ever want to go into a hotel that is less than 4 stars ever again. I think that was a 3... No, maybe it was 2 stars. I don't know. Hello, every pony. Hi, Ange. Go, white boy. I love how I beg Foy for information on the Love Hotel, and all Foy says is you could just order toys to the room. This motherfucker's not painting any kind of picture for me. What do you mean information? Describe it! Was it cool? Was it awesome? What was it like? Was it at least cheap? Yeah, I think so. I think that's why we got it. It was a huge room. It had a 3 times 3 meter square bathtub. Holy moly. The shower had a sauna function. Oh, shit! What were you doing in a love hotel? Yo, you should ask your mother. You spent a night in a room where I had to fold up the bed or it would get wet when I turned on the shower. Jesus Christ, that sucks. I would, but she's dead. Yeah, whatever, man. You think that's a problem in this day and age? Love is love. That's what they all been saying. Why do so many normal hotels these days have the huge windows into the bathroom? I often travel with my brother and they're even there in rooms with 2 beds. I hate the fucking windows into the bathroom. It's so weird. I was in a hotel room where it just has the huge transparent, like, pane wall. And they put, like, a weird design on it. And then there's, like, a strip where you can just see into the bathroom. And then the person in the bathroom has to, like, pull the curtains shut to hide that. And I'm like, why is this, like, literally, what is this just meant to be, like, a spicy, raunchy thing to, like, make your love life more interesting? Like, oh, babe, you want to watch me piss? Take a look through the stripe. Take a look through the transparency stripe and watch me piss, boy. Like, what is it, man? It's weird. It's so weird. I hate those. I hate those. If you want to watch me shower, come in the fucking bathroom. Don't sit there on your fucking bed hat. Fuck you, lazy ass. You want to see me in a shower? You come in a shower, bitch. Oh, wow, you piss with a very strong jet. Only thing I could think of is if there's a boss people want to look at the view out of the overall room window, but I don't get it. I guess maybe. Hey, handsome, enjoying the view, me pulling the tampon out of the box. What if you want to watch someone in the shower from the cuck chair? Shit, I didn't think about that. I guess, yeah, if there's not enough space to put the cuck chair in the shower, in the bathroom, then yeah, I guess the strip's good for that. Oh my god. I adore you. I'm so excited to go spend more times in hotels, guys. I booked 2 hotels. I booked a hotel for ESL Birmingham next week, and I booked a hotel for MCM Comic Con in May. I'm so excited. I love hotels. Hotels! Well, okay. I don't know if any of you guys are going to ESL Birmingham. I know there are people going, but I have 50 froggy emojis. No, not emojis, keychains. And I have 10 Yuri keychains, but I took 1 Yuri keychain. I sent a Yuri keychain in the post to a friend yesterday, so that leaves me at 8. I said I would give one. I wanted to give one to Nat because she's my wife, so that's 7 Yuri keychains left. Are you going as a commentator? No, I'm going as an alcoholic. I probably want to save the 2 Yuris, you know, in case for emergencies. So I'm gonna take 5 Yuris with me to Birmingham. I booked a hotel for my holiday today too. Yippee! Dude, honestly, booking holidays is fun. Like, I don't like booking trips like Birmingham and shit. That's kind of boring. I mean, like, I'm excited to go and be there, but it's not exciting, right? In the way that I go to Turkey or something and I'm like, look at that hotel room. Sheesh! I want a holiday. I want a cheap holiday. I want to go to where the British people go. Good morning, I work graveyard shift. Gonna sleep with this stream on Lebbers. Ah! Good morning. I'm sorry about your graveyard shift, but I hope you sleep well. A Jet 2 holiday? Yes. Please save me a froggy. I'll only be at the arena on Saturday, Sunday, Cryage. Oh, okay, don't worry. I will... I don't intend on giving them out. Until Sunday. Like, I'm gonna have them on me so that if people, like, come and talk to me, then I'll give them one. So that should, like, I doubt I'll meet 50 people that will take them in the first day. I'm not just going to be, like, waving them around, so it should all be chilling. Because I want the people that actually like me and to find me and tab them. I need to save, like, 5 of them, because I promised to give them to various people. Like, that won't be there, for example. But I think even with 40, I should be completely fine. The window to the shower is there so that I can judge you for your cleaning actions and backseat. No, you need to scrub harder. You're wasting soap. What have you bought my soap? A whole week when even Rare nor Mabel streams on your... So I want to stream tomorrow on Monday. And I can't... It's awkward for me to stream on Tuesday unless I wake up really early because I have a haircut at 6. And then on Wednesday, I'm getting my eyebrows waxed and I have to pack for Birmingham. But maybe if I just pack, like, before then, I can stream on Wednesday evening. 3 streams in a row! Wowee! What the hell? On my stream, I see Nightbots did the Discord message, but on my Twitch dashboard on the right, I don't have any message from Nightbot about the Discord. Weird. Strange. Curious. Have you ever done eyebrow threading? I have, and it's horrible. Genuinely, like, it's one of the most painful things ever. The most painful thing I've ever experienced is an ear infection. The second most painful thing I've ever experienced is the cramps post-coil insertion. The third most painful thing I've ever experienced is threading! I love waxing. Waxing doesn't hurt at all. Like, it's weird. So I get my, my eyebrows waxed, and I get my upper lip waxed. And my upper lip, my eyebrows tend to, like, hurt when they're immediately waxed, and then they're fine. And then my lip doesn't hurt when waxed, but then it stings a little after. It's kind of weird. Anyway, but, like, the hurting is nothing compared to threading. Threading feels like someone is taking a serrated knife and just running it across my face, which is so much worse than, like, a little bit of a sting when the fucking wax gets pulled off. Oh my god, I hate threading. I hate threading. Threading is like the fucking eyebrow equivalent of water torture. On God. Coil insertion? Yeah, the copper coil thing. The one, IUD? The one that stops you from having a baby. And periods sometimes. Horrible things. I've been getting more cramps lately, and I'm thinking that maybe something's wrong, so I should probably get that checked out. I'm like, oh, it hurts. It hurts. I don't know, my body's just hurting me. Alright. Let's do horses. I'm doing short stream today. I'm gonna be gone by like 7:30 or something. But I'll try to do longer stream tomorrow. Yours is kidney stones, then treat. Oh, sorry, I need to do the. Wait, what should we do? Should we do viral or pool? We haven't done pool in a while. Let's do Gen 1 pool. Love Gen 1 pool.
Place your bets.
Yeah, kidney stones sound like the worst shit ever every time I've heard about them. And it makes me so relieved that I just sip my little water and I have a good time. I drink so much water, I don't think I have to worry about kidney stones. Men having to piss out kidney stones through that pee-pee, horrible, 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 horrible. I don't like that exists. I don't like that someone invented that. Treating a burn and then miss cracked neck. Ow. Ouch. Luckily, I've never been burned. Yeah, the idea of kidney stones is just horrible. Oh, I was meant to go for a run today. Whoopsie. Yeah. Intelligent design is a lie. That's true. I mean, like, the fact that women's bodies create the womb for the baby every month is like bad design. Like, why don't they just wait for me to say, hello, I'd like to have a baby, and they're like, oh, okay, let me set that up for you. Why is it not like that? Why is it just every month, I'm setting up the baby, I'm setting up the baby, and I'm like, I'm not having one. They're like, fuck, and they just start ripping it down. What a fucking stupid body. It's like, how could you do this to me? I just need a little thing I can pass through. Like, I just write a tiny little letter on a 1 inch by 1 inch piece of paper, and I just send it up there, and it says, hey, not this month, man. And they're like, oh, okay, got you, buddy. We gotta change, yeah, we gotta edit the genes. I'm going into my Sims character creator, and I'm removing all of the stupid parts of humans. Like, why do I get water in my ears sometimes? We gotta remove that. Water can no longer go in the ears. Imagine if women were only fertile once a month but had a mega period every 12 months. What is a mega period? Because I would be down to consider this. Like, I just need to know what the mega period is like so I can consider if I'm down to have that. 12 times worse. What does that mean? Like, it lasts... Because it can't last for 12 times as long, because that would be like 12 weeks, which is not a month. You know, like, I don't know. Unless it is. Is it 12 weeks of really heavy periods, or is it like 1 week of a period, but it's 12 times heavy? Because 12 times heavy, I mean, maybe with the proper equipment, it sounds doable. But that's not great. That's not great. I'd have to wear a diaper for like a week. I mean, that's a lot of blood. Shit. I don't even know if that's containable. Well, I guess you just have to like change way more. I would be down for it, I think.
Fossil_bear just subbed.
Oh my god, Fossil Bear, thanks for 16. Long live Red's Empire. Thank you. You would go anemic? That's true. You would probably die, actually. If we're thinking scientifically about it. But if we're saying that I would survive it, then... If I would survive it, then I think it's fine. I think I would prefer to be comatose for a week and not have periods for the rest of the year. Like, that sounds fine to me. Because, if it's that bad, then, like, I'm allowed to take... Like, you would be required to take time off work. You know? So it's not like you'd have to do anything. It's literally just you lose a week of your life every year. That's fine. That is so much better than having a period all the time. I would be lying on my bed, crying a little bit because I'm just gushing blood. but like, it's only a week, so it's fine. Are you guys done betting on horses? Ovulation tracking would be so much easier. Where'd my VTuber go? She's not streamed for a week. She keeps posting crying emojis on Twitter. I don't know what's going on. Alright.
The race begins in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1,
go! Yahoo! Who is betted on here to win? You fucking late, Cashel. You're fucking late! People think that, Lord Firestrike has the best odds. No, the worst odds. People had high faith in Lord Firestrike for some reason. I don't know. I gave you guys ample heads up about putting in your bets. It's not my fault anymore. Lord Firestrike always wins. She always wins time spent in the base. Let's go! I need to edit her new sprite again. Every time I see her new sprite, it makes me annoyed. And I think it's because her head is less chunky. I need to make her head more chunky whilst maintaining the new shape. Like, because when she's moving in action like this, you can't tell that her, like, jawline is fucked up. And the, like, flattened head doesn't look that bad. I kind of would want to, like, push it up by a couple pixels, but... I think her silhouette's really good when I watch this, and I don't like her new one. Oh yeah, so Key, I got a user I haven't downloaded it yet because I was like, I'm just gonna wait 2 weeks to see if there was a keylogger put in it, and other people can test that and find out first, and then I'll go for it. But I keep meaning to open it. I keep meaning to look at it, and because I haven't commented on your post yet, and I feel really bad about it. Go on, Met. Okay, Met, don't bounce the way I thought you were gonna bounce. Go on, Met, throw the game. Come on, Met, throw it. Flapjack's coming in! Met, you have competition! Oh my god, Flapjack's going for it! Oh, Met! Misses it by a fucking inch! Flapjack's pushing you closer, dude! Flapjack, stop pushing Met closer! Oh my god, is Flapjack gonna win? Oh my god, pushes Met to the side! This is the biggest fucking fight I've ever seen in my life! Why is no one able to hit the right angle? Come on, Flapjack. You can be that stinky darkling! Stinky darkling! These guys are actually so close, they just keep pushing it! Met? Oh my god! Insane. Insane work. Everyone else is like on fucking other side of the world. They're in China. Sheesh! Oh my god! I can't believe that. That was insane. That was canonically the end of Dominion. Met 1. What? Yeah, Wussy did not do well. I can't believe how long those guys were in the final room for. That was like the most intense final room we've seen. Congrats, Raven. Raven, when given the opportunity to bet on someone that's not poisoned. I would have been rich if Flapjack won. Oh, I mean, Flap was so close, man. I can't believe what we're witnessing. Alright. My stream's gonna freeze soon, so I'm gonna plug in my tablet. But, I'm just gonna... Don't bother changing your pictures on the chatting thing, because I'm gonna move us to the gaming... The art screen in a second. Dabba-dabba-dum. Gonna make meow 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 meow. Just say to the night... Now I'm missing you. 1920 by 1080p. Open the picture. Okay. Go to general gaming, please. Currently drawing, or currently Dota content. Is art on stream relaxing to you or more work? I have really enjoyed drawing over the last year, I'd say. So I find it nice and enjoyable. Unless I find it stressful if I can't draw something well. Because, like, if I'm off stream, there's no real stress about it. But, like, if you guys have to watch me fumbling because I can't draw something correctly, that stresses me out. But I do enjoy it. This song got a bunch of memes on Instagram. Hit my algorithm with this song, and I really liked it. Okay, here's how I want the setup to look. I have Photoshop. Viral yesterday was not a good time. That's, yeah, exactly. That was... I don't know what this is. I have, like, a thing. Oh, there it is. Okay. And me and walk Sorry, balance doesn't work if we don't have the thing open. I can open it for you so you can check though. Hold on. Here you go. Do 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 da 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 da. Oh, you're not part of a team. Do do. Yay, good team join. Alright, I want to open Dota, and then I want that to be, like, on the screen somewhere. Do 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 do. I think, like, I can put it in the bottom corner or something. I think it'd be better if I could swap between it, but I can't be bothered to make a thing for that. I mean, I think the Photoshop should be... You've installed Deadlock? I need to play Deadlock. Alright, I started coding something yesterday, guys. I'm gonna code it more tonight, maybe. I'm trying to make a... Okay, wait. Actually, first, before anything else, Python, no TypeScript. I'm plugging in my tablet. The stream will freeze. I need you to just be okay with that happening. You might be able to still hear me. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I'm worried that it does this every single time. It's very concerning. I don't know what's wrong with my PC. Tiny picnic basket. Wait, it's not freezing? Wait, we're chill? Guys, I guess we're chill. Okay, never mind. We survived this one. Okay, let me get Dota 2. Meow, 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 meow. Game capture. Dota 2, please. I would like some Dota 2, please. Wow, that's big. Alright, we're gonna have this, like... I don't know where the best place to put it is. Down here? Shit, it's just, it covers everything. Maybe I need to move the chat and then put it up in the top right. Like, over here would be good. And then we get rid of the stream chat. And then just to be loved. Oh no. Dominion's in the way. No, get rid of that shit. There we go. Wait, what? Oh, Dominion mini view's so so big. When I use my D&D, oh, the type, it's in the top left. Okay. I haven't played in a while. Yeah, no, I haven't. Okay, I'm just gonna put Dominion mini view to the bottom. Why is my... Where did Dota go? Oh, fuck me. There we go. Okay. Sorry, that was really annoying. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna do a exercise. Hearts to be loved. The exercise is one where we try and come up with in what time is it? 5, 6, like in 2.5 hours, as much Dota 2 content as possible. It has to be available for a tournament. And it fits into these categories. Number 1, high quality skit. This is like the support group, if you remember that one. Then we have planned small skits. This would be like, I don't fucking know. Stuff. And then the smaller one would be like on the fly shit. Like, I don't know, like easy and small. These are basically the same, but I'd say this one is more like with purpose, and this one's more like, I don't know, smaller. Remember when I kicked you? That was good. I'm literally just gonna try and shit out as much as possible. And we have Dota open so that we can like get inspiration from within the client. Okay. Alright. I'm thinking emoji. All that in 2 hours? I mean, I just want to see how much I can think of. I want to test the creativity juices. So, like, I think a high-quality skit could be, like, a True Sight parody. Because we don't have them anymore. I feel like that would be a funny skit if you did a True Sight parody where, you know, like, replicate grand finals. Even funnier if it's, like, the last 2 teams to win it or something. I don't remember who the fuck was in the finals. Falcons versus who? Falcons? They won. Who beat Falcons? Oh no, who lost to Falcons? I'm so sorry. It was Ame, right? It was the China team. Last time I tested the creativity juices, I woke up naked in a ditch in Denmark. That's a good place to be. Denmark's kind of cool. That sounds like a month's work for me. Well, this is... You gotta try best. I mean, usually it's better if you slow build stuff, right? Like, you find something, you see something somewhere, and you're like, oh, I could use that for my thing. Extreme? Okay, we cannot use extreme because they're Chinese. So, unfortunately. We're gonna write, this would be funniest, but we can't do that, probably. Like, mostly because it makes the scope of the piece, like, too large, because you'd have to have translators and stuff like that. Otherwise, just 2 teams. I think it would be funny. I think an angle on this that would be funny is if it shows why there's no True Sight anymore. Like, you make it bad. Like, catastrophic. Like, players... I mean, you can't make players look bad, so that would be an issue. But players, like, say things... non-offensive. That makes the tourney seem silly, I guess. Like, they would have to have habits that are, like, unserious or something, that they're just like, wait, you cover your hands in, like, mushed banana before you play? What does your keyboard look like? Goof maxing, Jesus, yeah. Like, we wanted, I think this being the story of how True Sight got cancelled. I think this is a good concept. The Ice 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 No Pants skit. Oh fuck, I don't remember that one. Oh wait, I do remember that one. That was funny. The True Sight editors can't handle the youngsters saying 6'7". That would be so funny. I'm gonna add that in. Make them say 6'7". Yes. My team's team uniform was a pair of pre-pissed pants, and now they've left my org. This is why Dota Esports is dead. Yeah, I'm gonna write that down. The pre-pissed pants. Thanks. I'm gonna use that. Alright, so, okay, yeah. I mean, this seems like a good idea. Like, obviously, you would have to flesh this out a lot more, like, write an actual script and stuff, but this is a good concept, and that's a good starting point. I'm noting that down, and now we move on to a new one. Next idea. Let's take a look at Dota. What we got? Sorry, Sword. Like, I can think of mini games based on heroes, right? And I think that's where you have to be wondering if you can turn it into something greater or not. Like, Axe, for example, right? What does Axe do? Axe spins. So if I'm thinking about Axe, I'm like, what can I do that has spinning in it? I'm like, okay, a hula hooping... competitive hula hooping. I'm like, is that interesting to watch? No. Would the teams enjoy doing it? No. Would anyone enjoy watching it? No. Can I turn it into something that looks more like Axe so that it is fun to watch? And then that becomes my next question. Probably not. I mean, I could see it being a greater thing. Like, let's say there was an obstacle course. Meepo hole digging simulator. That's good content. Maybe something about the teams where players are super buff, all the broken headphones because they accidentally crush them. I mean, that someone has to have done a puppy related piece, right? Wasn't there an Olympics content piece where they threw the headsets across the room to try and hit something? Has there even been... That's another good question. You want to take inspiration from stuff that's happened? What are the most relevant memes in Dota in the last, like, 5 years? Because I feel like when we think of Dota content, we think of stuff that happened 10 years ago. Like, I think of the puppy monitor smash. I think of, like TI, True Sight fireworks. I think of, you know, all that kind of shit. Like, emo's question mark, blah, blah, blah. Like, do we even have any... Does anything happen? I think of Ma... Mantle of Intelligence dropping, maybe? Because that's a good place to start with, like, you know, listing inspiration. You have, like, Amon Mentals. I mean, people have probably already done content with this, but I think it's fine to write it down. 23 Savage standing up. I saw a clip of that again the other day because someone on Reddit posted it saying, like, oh, it's been 3 years or something since then. Was it 3 years or 5 years? I remember seeing it and going, like, it's been how long? That kind of works as a lot of the players are going to the gym more than they used to. Yeah. Big buff. The gym piece. I'm gonna write this up in my top right corner where you can't see it. If there was a way to use the gym piece, I think that kind of work is good because, pro players want to look good when you make content with them, right? And if you let them show off their gym stuff, then, you know, they're either really shy about it or they would be like, oh, hell yeah, let me show everyone how much I can bench. I just don't really want to refer to the puppy thing anymore because it's like so outdated. I like the ATM machine thing. That's funny. Pro player puts on a mantle of intelligence. I shouldn't have become a pro player. Just a thought for reusable content. Maybe for the last Dream League this year, look back on all the funny moments in the previous months. Well, I think that, you know, if ESL's watching, don't... Just hire me, guys. Come on. I'm not flaming you because I hate you. I love you, actually. I don't think Dream League's content is very good. That's kind of why I'm making this, because I want to have, like, a shit ton of stuff I could maybe use. I think Dream League especially suffers from having no overarching idea in their content. Or, like, they also don't really relate a lot of their content to Dota, which I think is a big mistake if you're making a Dota tournament. You can't beat Satanic meme? I actually don't know that one. I think I missed it. Did you call this old chat? I don't think I know that one either. They're muscle fingering. What is you can't beat Satanic? Oh my god, the Kez guy is so funny. I'd love to make shit of him. No, actually I wouldn't. Because then you give him attention and then he gets what he wanted. You do not give the Kez guy attention. That's a bad idea. Is this some important prep work? No, this is me doing creative exercise. I'm trying to see how much content I can come up with in 2.5 hours. Satanic, old chat, you can't be Satanic after turning around a team fight and then promptly lost the game. That's so funny. Right, I think Tsunami and Slacks are bad at making content. I don't think Tsunami and Slacks make the Dream League content. In fact, I know that because I talked to them. Fuck you. It's what Kez would do. Oh. Bernice, go. Anyway, I'm gonna write that down as the inspiration doc, just in case there's memes I remember or something I want to put in. Go. Okay. I had an idea. I was watching Mario minigames, and they have dungeon duos, and that was one of my favorite old minigames. And in it, you have, like, two people in, you know, like, you're on... Two people doing two different things to enable each other. For example, like, maybe, like, Yoshi's standing on a platform, and then the other person is mashing a button that puts that platform over here instead, where they can then get to the other side of this chasm, for example. And I was like, oh, I wonder if anyone could make something like that for Dota content, where, like, I mean, I can come up with, like, a poor idea very easily, and then I can, like, I guess work on it. But let's say, for example, a pro player is on a PC. This is a PC, and they're really small for some reason. And they have a grid of, like, let's say 6 by... No, let's say more, like, so they can't guess. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's like a 4x4 grid, and there's, like, techies mines or something hidden underneath them. It's not Minesweeper, though. So you could just turn it into something else. But I'm using this because it's like the easiest thing because it's a bomb. So these are like hidden underneath the blocks, right? And this person here has to choose the blocks that do not have the minesweep, the bombs on them to get like a win, essentially. So let's say this one is good, this one's good, this one's good, this one's good, this one's good, and this one's good, and this one's good. Now, this guy and his friend have to work together to find out what the right things are. But how? I'm not sure. Because usually a production has like an office or whatever, and they'll have like these different rooms and stuff and whatever. And you could have it so that they have to go into different rooms or they have to go certain place to like talk to a guy. Maybe they're in like a room here and they have to leave and go over here, and this guy has information that they can give. So like one person has to run over here to get the information while the other guy stays here. Maybe there's like, this is just how my brain is working. Like it's churning. I don't think I'm making anything good right now, but it's going. I'm like, maybe there's a meter in this game here that's constantly like depleting, and if it hits 0, then they also explode. So there always needs to be a person to hit like a red button in the room that resets the meter or something. When are you gonna collab with Lovely Momo? Well, considering we don't know each other, probably never. I don't think we have anything in common. You could have... Because I think you have to... I think for an idea like this, you have to think on the scale of... Not scale. You have to think along the lines of... like those old games shows where, like... you have a person... Like... I'm a celebrity, get me out of here. And there's like a box, and someone has to put their hand in the box and get a key. And there's like a tarantula in there. Yes. And then whilst they're getting the key, another guy is like solving a puzzle, and then he has to like... He's solving a puzzle, and then when that puzzle's complete, they need to put the key in the middle, and then they can go. So there's 2 people doing 2 different tasks, so that they can then escape. Get Slacks in jigsaw makeup and on a tricycle to torment the pro players. Oh my god. Make Slacks explode. Teach her Dota so she can be your husband in it. I don't think he plays it anymore after that stream, man. I mean, I'd not be averse to collabing with a lot of people, but at the same time, it's like, because we're not friends, like we don't know each other, I would have to specifically go out of my way to say, hey, person that knows both of us, can you get me in touch with this person so I can stream with them? And or ask them to stream, which is like a lot of effort. Like, not in terms of, oh, I'm lazy, but is like, that's a lot of effort that is noticeable. Especially if someone is like related to someone, like Northern Lion, who's so like popular, right? And everyone loves him. It comes across pretty weird to suddenly have someone be like, oh, I want to collab with this person, now they're a VTuber, because it comes across shady because it's not natural. You know what I mean? Like, that's I don't vibe with that kind of stuff. Raya Counter-Strike? Fucking never, Lamau. She likely had a ton of people approach her like that when she became a VTuber. Yeah, I fucking bet. Because I also saw a load of people saying like, oh, Lovely Momo's a VTuber now. We need to get Nimi in there so she can collab with Northern Lion. And I'm like, you guys know that she's like her own person, right? Like, she's not just like Northern Lion's wife. Jesus Christ. I feel bad for her, like, that she has to navigate life as a content creator when she has that kind of relationship. Northern Lion is Lovely Momo's husband. Yeah! Like, I get really anxious when people ask me for stuff related to, like, Hololive, because it makes me feel like I'm only a Hololive thing to some people. And, like, I can't imagine how much worse that feeling is for her. Being, like, wondering if just everyone who talks to you is only talking to you because you're related to, like, Northern Lion. It's fucking dumb. Are you in Hololive? Yeah, I'm the famous streamer Hololive EN Ray. What was I thinking about? I lost my train of thought. We're not going to come up with many ideas like this, guys. How do I make this work? How do I make this idea work? I need a theme. Let's look at Dota again. We need a theme for this game. Had to ask, literally don't know any VTubers but you. Oh, okay. No, I'm not in Hololive. I just worked with a lot of the Hololive girlies. Hololive's like a really big and exclusive, like, formal company of VTubers. So it's usually you know if someone's in Hololive, basically. Okay, what's a good idea? What is a good idea? What hero could we take and theme this on? They're environmental tuber. That's funny. I guess we could, okay, Brew could be one. Like, maybe the puzzle is themed where there's like 3 things that you have to insert relating to each of the pandas. What did you ask? Nuts Brew? Brewmaster. Yeah, maybe you could do a Brewmaster one, and then you have, like, what is Brewmaster related to? So we have the spirits, we have alcohol, we have, that's it. Maybe we could make some pro player, like, chug beer. Also, I realize this is cut off, my bad. Where did Photoshop go? Okay. That sounds like a good content piece for, like, Birmingham, but I'm not doing Birmingham. It's going. Maybe next Birmingham, I'll bring out the Brewmaster ideas. I'll pitch it to ESL. Yeah, another idea was techies. I think I'm struggling to... Like, I like the initial, like, Minesweeper techies thing, but then the question is, like, what are the tasks that they have to do to figure it out? How is that related to techies? You could probably get, like, barrels and do something to do with the barrels. Maybe we could put, like, we could fill a barrel with jelly and they have to, like, put their hand in it to get a piece of paper out with, like, a thing on it. That could be fun. Maybe. What's another option? You can't roll barrels of them to jump over because if they trip on it and fall and hurt themselves, then guess what? They can't play Dota. And that's not good. Yeah, if it's... I don't know. Brew seems good. Techie seems good. Who else could maybe be good? We're thinking mini games here where they have to do like they have to do a task that requires 2 people and they work together. We need someone with a solid theming. It could be a water hero. You can do a lot of stuff with like fish and water. No, I don't want to do trivia. I don't like, well, maybe like one small part of it could be trivia, but I don't like trivia in general. I think it's really boring to watch. I really want to do a Tusk content piece, man. I really want to do a snowball fight. Brood mother? No one wants to see spiders. Hoodwink? No. Invoker is a good idea, honestly, for like the if you're doing a game with many parts, I think Invoker's the best one, because Invoker with his Quaswex Exhort can provide a lot of puzzles stuff. I'm kind of down to do an Invoker thing. Maybe it's like Invoker, maybe you could mix 2 heroes. Sorry, Polly. I already submitted my penis size guess content piece, so you can have unlikely pairings like Tusk and Brew drinking match. Yeah, yeah. It can be multiple things. Okay, maybe the content theme is like let me move up here. So maybe the layup is Invoker has to cross the Techie's minefield. He has to... Why am I writing this instead of using a text tool? I don't understand. I'm gonna change. Hold on. As much as I love writing. It's too small. Too small. Okay. He has to figure out where the mines are so he doesn't explode. Doing tasks reveals the mine placements. Piss related themes. You could try being funny, Polly. Have you ever thought about that? Your touch keeps on hiding. I'm trying to make good space. Dude, a rhythm game would be so lit. Can we code a rhythm game in time? Someone has to cross the Techie's minefield. Alright. Largoba rhythm game. Oh my god. I mean, that's a good idea. We should make that. Okay, sorry, Polly, my bad. Okay. Alright. So... we need tasks, and we need a reason why these 2 guys are, like, split up, I think. This is getting really complicated. I'm down to just move on and come back to this. Techie's Invoker game. I mean, this will take, like, an hour to work on, I think, to make something that works. Even the pain of your touch. Rhythm game. How would we make a rhythm game? So obviously Largo is like the #1 guy. Who are all of the musician-based characters? So let's do like rhythm game here. So you have Largo, you have Naga, you have oh yeah, I guess Beastmaster has drums. Doom does not count. Having a taunt with a musical instrument doesn't count. They have to be like actually related to music in like their kit. Mars, yeah, probably not strong enough for the theme, but like good as a minor thing if needed. Quap just screams. Yeah, I mean, hey, it counts. It counts. If you want a death metal. Probably not. She's probably also a small one, but like, yeah. Does anyone else have music? Not really, right? Touch keeps on hurting. Io has beat boops. He's very musical. I guess Mossy. Screams. And whistles. Whatever. Barely counts. Barely counts. Okay, I don't think there's that many heroes. I think we can mostly work with Naga, Beast, and Largo. Mostly Largo, anyway. I think Largo should be the primary thing here. How would the rhythm game be played? Because, like, here's the thing. You don't want to give... Sure, I'll write down Mars. I'll also put Io down as a really small one. Okay. How do you make a rhythm game? Because here's the thing. Let's say you take... Remember, we're taking, like, the world's most socially awkward guys ever and putting them in a room and saying, can you do this content piece? That's how this usually goes. Although I guess you don't have to do it with pros. You could always do it with, like, talent. If you just gave a guy a guitar and said, hello, have this guitar. Can you play a thing with it? They're gonna go, what the hell? There has to be some kind of joke to it. There has to be a joke. There has to be something of entertainment value. I mean, you could make them play an actual game as well. But, like, it's funny. Like, last time I talked about this on stream, it's like this concept of layers of content, right? So it's, for example, if you play the guitar, you could just have it be, oh yeah, they got 4 out of 10 hits correct. Yay. But then you add a layer onto it. They're playing the guitar, and every time they miss, they get beaten to death with a bat. There's a layer to it. There's like something extra in the entertainment value. I think that's what, like, makes content good. Dude, I saw a Buzz controller on Reddit yesterday, and I was, like, fucking blown away. I haven't seen those in so long. They're so good. It's like, there's, like, you get this red button. It's like it looks like this. And then there's, like, colored squares on their thing, and then you answer the buttons. You either hit the red button or you hit the color button, depending on the color in the Buzz game. Holy fucking nostalgia, man. I just really wanna get to know me. Yeah, I used to have those. They're probably still in the cupboard somewhere. I just really. Because I'm sure they could, like, you could get a TO that lets you have, like, a Guitar Hero, for example, and then you link it up to the Dota game, and then you make it so that the buttons correspond to stuff, and that could be kind of funny. Like, I could see a really funny content piece where you have... Okay, this is no longer a rhythm game. I'm gonna make a new folder. It's called Unconventional Dota. And it's a 2v2 with players where they play with weird controllers. So, like, let's say they're using a guitar, like Guitar Hero guitar. And there's two guys. And one of the Guitar Heroes controls it with, like, they control a movement. Can you even play... Can you move your hero with WASD? I don't think you can do it, right? Maybe it wouldn't work. I'm gonna write it down anyway. And then maybe there's a guy, yeah, with, like, a really shitty dance mat. Maybe he controls movement. And then this guy controls the spell usage. And then they have that on the other side as well. And then you just, like, you're doing a 1v1 mid. That would be so funny. Because you would... The problem is you need someone to control the mouse. Which you could do with this, I guess. There needs... You'd have to put more thought into this. I can't think of how it would work right now. I don't know. Me like that. Thanks, Sad. Thanks, Sad. Thanks, Sad. Thanks, Sad. You could set up WASD for camera and a button to click. If they... Well, like, well, that would suck for the guy with the... Oh, I guess the guy on the dance mat could have control of the keyboard as well, right? That could work, maybe. This guy controls camera and clicking. Maybe the dance mat controls the camera and then they can click. That would be so dumb. Hello, Cindy. I will be there, yes. If you can attach each of them to a computer, it's just keyboard mapping? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'll see you there. I'll be chilling. Cause I ain't working it. I'll be like, I probably won't watch the games much, so there'll be no need to look through the fucking arena if you ever need me. I'm gonna sit out in the lobby. Yay! Okay. I'm just gonna put that down. That's good. It's good enough. The rhythm games, still don't know what to do with that one. I like the unconventional Dota because we have layers. We gave them a fuck-ass instrument and then we made them play Dota with it. And I think that's like the 2 layers and it's good. This one needs to be... We need a layer. We need a layer for this rhythm game. Maybe I need to think more about Largo than... What's Largo got? Frog Stomp... Croaking, nothing really, it's just strumming. And strumming and licking. I mean, it could be as simple as... It could be simple for the... Like, the base could be simple. If we have, like... If we use Clone Hero... And we make someone map the Largo songs to it. Foggy! And it gets, like, much harder. This would require us to, like, commission... You have to commission a map maker to do this. So it's actually good. And then you just have like a high score thing. And then you could have like a custom skin for it. Because you have like, in Clone Hero you have like videos and stuff. Make 3D models of Dota characters with Lego. Yeah. Dude, that would be so fun to have, like, a Lego Dota map and you build it up over the course of a Dream League with Lego Dota guys. Or you could do it with materials, like clay and stuff. I think you could make the map, like, 1.5 minutes long. Why didn't they think of that in the last Dream League? I don't know, because they were like... I think they were prioritizing quantity over quality. So they did smaller stuff. And they wanted it to be like ADHD shit. Like, we're doing a new thing every day. Which I don't agree with as a direction, but like... It's not like it doesn't work overall. I think people enjoyed watching it. I didn't, but I think other people did. And I also don't think it really changes the retention. I don't know. Wish I knew how to quit you. Anyway, that's a rhythm game. I feel like this needs something and I just can't figure out what that is. Like, I want there to be something else on top of the, game. Like, if I'm watching this on a stream, then what is the content? The content is the Largo song map being played, and you see, like, for example, who's a fucking Dota player? You see Watson playing Guitar Hero, and he's just, like, trying, and he's going like, oh, geez, this is so hard, ha 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 ha. That's not really that fun. I mean, it's kind of enjoyable in a little way, but it's not that fun. Certainly not a long piece. Maybe not high school, but a race. I mean, how would it be a race if it's... Oh, shit. If it's a song map. What are they racing for? Wow, 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 wow. I need to figure out what the box is for this. There you go. Now I know where my Dota screen is. Yeah, you just had a good idea of making a turn-based fighting game instead of OBS. I had that idea once upon a time. Once upon a time. That was a good one. Definitely didn't sink my mental health. Thinking. It would be maybe nice if it wasn't just Largo's songs. Maybe it was like a mashup. I think that would be fun. I think the existence of the mashup would make it fun to listen to. Like maybe you could commission Have Luck Good Fun to make a custom map, custom song. That uses all of these guys, like the drums, blah blah blah, whatever, I don't know. Or maybe we ask Have Luck Good Fun to give us access to one of their current songs, but I don't know. I think that would be fun. I'd like that. I think that's like the layer I'm looking for. Like, you know, because otherwise you're just coming up with an idea that's like, oh, what if we spit on them every time they miss a note? Like, and at that point you're just like, eh. Commission Eyes to make an actual song. Yeah, that could work too. But I don't really want to do anything that requires someone's voice, because yeah, like an actual song with no voice would be fine. Or like Dota hero sounds is fine. It has to be entirely Dota. It cannot be like outside of Dota. I think this is fine. I think this is a good idea. I think we can call that one basically complete. That one's basically complete. Key. It exists and it's very cool that someone's done before. This is like one of the classic things in Dota that everyone loves. Hi, Kolia. Ray, why is E933 your favorite? No one is my favorite. Satsuki Kiryuin from Kill la Kill is my favorite. Yeah, they also made one for like Overwatch as well and stuff. That was really good. Okay, next idea. I want to try and shift the focus. Thank you, Key. Let's try and come up with an idea for like panel that's not to do with pros. So first of all, if there's talent downtime, what do they have access to? They have access to like minor props. An overlay. There's loads of mini games that exist already on streams where they're like, oh, guess the hero based on their, you know, this screenshot of their, you know, there's like Dota doll, whatever. That wouldn't be a bad place to steal things from. You know how there's like Scrandle and stuff? We could just make Scrandle. People love those games because they get to do them at home. They just have to not be weirdly vague. Like, it's really annoying when the content is like too open. Because I've seen on streams where they're like, I think Blast did this one, where they were like, here's 5 heroes. What's the difference? Like, who's the odd one out? And everyone came up with 100 answers that were correct. It was like, this guy's the odd one out because he's the only one that's red. This guy's the odd one out because he's the only one that's in. And it's like, those are true facts, but it's not the thing that they put this together for. And I think content like that doesn't work because you don't know what the actual answer is. There has to be an answer. And I think that's why, like, my Jeopardy game went over well, because it was like, who made this copy pasta? Who like did this in Dota lore, what is this emoji, right? There's like one answer. I think that could be good. Like Scrandle, right? Scrandle is just what is more popular. Dog shit 1 or this beautiful fucking hot dog with like proper like nice accompaniments and like a very perfect ketchup line on top. You could do that kind of stuff. Web games. Web game theft. What if 2 genuinely funny people with interesting chemistry did a joke cast of a game on a separate channel? That doesn't sound like it would work. Do you guys play more things, right? You guys play like Cuttle and shit like that? Fucking hate seeing them on my fucking Discord, but you know, for the purpose of this, let's pretend it's good. So we got Scrandle type shit, which is we could what would be interesting to like compare things against? You have like Dota, Dota. What does Dota do? You could do like it would have to be some kind of stat, right? Most picked hero this patch of the 2 heroes, or like most picked hero in this tournament. I think it's awkward because you don't want to be like, oh, what was the hero meta like of the previous tournament, which let's say is, I don't know, let's say you're doing this for a Dream League, and then the last tournament was a Blast. Do you want to be talking about Blast stats, or do you want to try and do pub stats? I think Dream League already did GeoGuessr with the Dota map. I mean, obviously you can just do it again, but like, I'm trying to think if there's a fun way to do this. Because I think, so something I came up with, is we could do, so web game theft, I think web game theft would be good if you built it into a, talent competition. So talent get points for correct answers on all of these mini games. Why is there rapping? How do I get rid of rapping? Oh god. No hyphenations. Thank you. They can use these points. This is the key thing. They can use the points. We do not like it when people don't get to use the points. I don't care if this guy guessed more games correctly. I don't give a shit. Unless they can use the points. There's a shopkeeper's shop. We can say like SFM art made of him or some shit, something. I don't like clicking because I like to draw out the shape of my thing. It's okay though, because you can just use just unclick the hyphenate button on the paragraph thing. You can't see it on my screen because it's covered by Dota. Wait, I can just screenshot it. Here, if you click the thing and then you click hyphenate makes it thingy, and then if you unclick it, it starts wrapping properly. Hello, Anakin. Sheriff. Force other talents to get face paint for points? Yeah. Yeah. Where he sells things you can do to the other talent. So, for example, throw... I don't know. I don't know what's non-intrusive and that they would agree to. Throw a water bomb. Consensual... Sorry, a water balloon is what I meant to say. Consensual glitter bomb. That's never gonna be consensual. I'm writing it down anyway, because I believe in the glitter bomb. Like, this is the most expensive. Most expensive. It makes it sound like... Because it's never consensual. No one ever wants to be glitter bombed. That shit's horrible. Face paint someone else. I had some worrisome rumors that EWC might be cancelled. May you know some info about it, or should I ask someone else? No one will have information about that other than those who work at ESL, so I would not even try to ask around. No one will know yet. I can guarantee you no other talent knows. Otherwise, I would have heard about it by now. What if the talent selects a random watcher and they can use the point to get prizes for each of their watches? I don't think that's great, because if you are not one of those watchers, then you get, like... You lose your reason to be invested. Will you work on this TI? I don't think TI invites have gone out yet. Probably not, because I haven't worked this year, since last TI. Yeah, I don't know. What if the talent selects a random watcher and they can use points? Prizes. I mean, that could be a thing. Like, I'm thinking maybe they could save up their points to do a giveaway in chat, but the problem is then Blast has, or Dream League, or PGL, or whoever has to, like, handle that, and I don't know if any of them have done that before. Have any TOs done giveaways? Because they become liable for, like, actually fulfilling that at that point, which kind of sucks. Oh, they get... Have they done it for Dota IMs? Hi, Leon. Interview where the interviewers control the interview by the pro's teammate and ask very specific questions. I think I saw content like that before, but I don't remember what it was. I think it was when I was working Blast, and we had something. A teammate was getting trolled somehow. Bro, E emptied a bowl of soda on someone? Yikes. That sounds horrible. I'd like to see a Dota VTuber tournament. Yeah, the tournament would have to be like 2 teams big, maybe 3. Yeah, I see, Sword. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. I'll write it down. Why not? Let's assume it's, like, possible. If we do a giveaway that's, like, virtual, then it doesn't matter if it's international people. What else would you like to do? I'd like to slime someone. That'd be funny. Slime someone. Yeah. I mean, the problem with Dota VTubers is that they're just global. We don't have enough in, like, one region, so it'd be really hard. Do you guys have anything that you would think would be funny for the talent to do to each other? I'm getting rid of consensual, so it appears on this line. Do they need to be there in person? No, there's no VTubers involved in this. It's like real people. What would I want to see? Let me see. Let me think. If I'm watching, let's say Dream League, if I'm watching Dream League and Quinn is on the panel, what do I want to see someone do to Quinn? I don't think they're gonna want to do water balloons because it would affect the equipment XD. I would want to make... I'd want something that either hurts him, not because I want him to be hurt, I just think it's funny. To, you know, like throwing a water balloon at someone hurts them because they're just sad and wet. And they're like, aww. Or I'd want something that degrades them in some way. You know, like face painting a butterfly on their face. It's funny. Cute. It's cute. It makes them look silly. I would want something that gives me value as a viewer. Like, you know, like, let's say Quinn had been refusing to talk about Kez all tournament. He's like, I'm not talking about that Kez hero. I don't care about him. He's stupid or whatever. And then it's like, please, I want it so badly. Then you can buy it with points, and then he has to do it. That'd be kind of fun. I feel like. Your choice. I'll just put your choice. Make Quinn have to listen to Dota fanfics. Quinn has to watch anime. Oh, I don't know, man. The problem is if the viewers aren't in on the joke, then they won't find it funny. You know, like if I was on like a tournament and someone redeemed the thing I hate most, you know, they'd be like, hey, Rhea has to watch Frieren now, and like you group of 20 people would find that funny, and everyone else would just be like, and wow, good for her, she gets to watch like the best anime ever made, lol. That's not a punishment. Do you have a favorite CIS Dota 2 pro player? No. I don't really have any favorite Dota 2 pro players in general, let alone ones from specific regions. 20 of us, 60 people. Yeah, the rest don't care. How limited are you in the power to confront them with personal shit, like a picture of their dirty room? I mean, I could easily do that if they would give the information. Collaborative fanfiction would be so funny. You just create an outline. It's like that game where you have to finish the sentences. It's like, one day Darkquillo was going along the fairy woods, and then you give it over to freaking Kezu, and he's like, and then she stumbled upon Tide Hunter, and then someone else go, and Tide Hunter gave her an anchor, and then, you know, those are never fun, actually. Those suck. I take it back. After doing this experiment with myself, I hate it. The problem with making making the players do stuff sad that where they have to be funny is that if they're not funny, it just is the content will be bad. So you kind of have to set them up to be funny rather than rely on them. Tier listing has been done so much, so I kind of want to steer away from ranking and tier listing unless it's like a new twist on it. Like, making them read Dota 2 fanfiction would be funny. I could write that. Tier list, the tier list, yeah. Every day the world is grabbing me. Maybe you're not alone. Maybe you're not alone. Not alone, no, no, not alone. I'm not buying these things. Alright. Web game theft. Guys, you guys play web games. What are we thieving? Scrandle type shit. Let's do Scrandle. Scrandle is you have to decide which one is selected more by people. So aka something that we need to find out what is more popular. So we could do things that are picked in dude, I already stole a Club Penguin game. I already made one the other day. I didn't want to tell you. But every day the bullets grab me. I already stole Club Penguin. I was like, what if we did Kajitsu, but with Dota heroes? Anyway. No, oh my god, flip the iceberg, yippee! Alright, which hero has a higher win rate in games? Maybe, because then that's a talking point. They can talk about, oh wow, I can't believe that. This year, Impro, something like that. Or it could be which hero has more fan fiction on AO3. That's awesome. Which hero has more smut on the smut site? Codenames with Dota related words? Is that fun to watch? Like, I love playing Codenames, but do I like watching Codenames? No, I think. Mostly because it's like a longer game. Do I like... I mean, you could do one codename, right? Maybe? No, because then the fun is... The point is that they're meant to avoid the ones that is not theirs. You need so many... Yeah, you can't play codenames with a few words only. It needs to be a lot. You can edit it together. Well, so usually the thing with content is you have multiple types. The first type is media day content. And usually in media day content, they will give you like 20 minutes with like a team or like half an hour with a team or something. And then you get the next team after that, and then you just do that all day long. So you would have to... You don't get long enough, really, I think, to do... Like, if you want to... And that's your, like, that's your key piece. You don't really want to do codenames with that, I think. And then outside of that, you get pros where you can just grab them for stuff. Like, if they're willing to do something after a series or whatever. And then that, again, they're not going to stay around to play a whole game of codenames. So then you could do it with the talent. But the talent are not going to be able to do it while they're working all day. And then they can't do it on the panel because the panel doesn't have downtimes long enough for codenames. So I don't know. I mean, like, you could do it for your media. Like, if you could do multiple media on the media day. Like, some teams you could do something with, and then some other teams you could do codenames with. I guess it's possible. It wouldn't work with this idea, the talent stuff. What is Super Battle Golf? Super Battle Golf. Is that the one where you hurt each other while playing golf? Oh yeah, we can't do this. Cute though. Dota code names. You're playing it in an hour, but you must have known that it would conflict with my epic stream. What the helly? I'm ending my stream as soon as you start playing Super Battle Golf. They did that on purpose. They always do. Dota terms. This is the same as what is it called? Dota.io? Whatever. Dota.io drawing game? I don't remember. You could do both of those. We need buzzers. We need buzzers, Jesse. Scribble.io, yeah. There's an imposter who ruins or has a secret objective, and during the downtime, each panelist votes who it is. That's kind of funny. That's kind of funny. Actually, I like that. Secret panelist. It depends how hard they're griefing, though. It has to be, like, well thought out. The panelists are every day or every series, I don't know. A panelist is given a hidden task to do. They must complete the task unnoticed. For example, they can only talk about the offlaner of that match and turn every conversation they're involved in into that. So if asked about someone else, they have to turn that conversation into that. For example, they must say 6, 7. At the end of a series, oh no, maybe not a task, is given a hidden rule to adhere to. Against the wall, over and over and over and over again and again. I don't wanna feel. This would stress me out if I was a panelist and I had to do this. Over and over and over and over again and again and again. At the end of the series, the panel must vote who they think the stinky guy is. And then, if they're right, they get points for their fun points game. Yay! Would it stress you out to say 6-7 and make the funny hand gesture? It wouldn't necessarily. What would stress me out about this is if I had to constantly be analyzing what the other guys on my panel are doing to see if it's not their usual behavior. And, like, I can see how it would be funny, like, Quinn, if I made Quinn say, like, ah in his sentence, he'd be like, yeah, I don't know, I'm just freaking sick to death of these, like, Dota pros and all of their freaking profile pictures, and it's just really annoying, blah, blah, blah. I wouldn't even catch that, man. He would do that so well. I wouldn't even catch it. If it is funny to the audience, yeah. No, it's good content. I'm saying I would find this stressful as a talent, but I think it would be good content. So I think it's good. Because honestly, who gives a shit about the talent? Was there any other good web games to thieve? Over. Don't tell the audience? No, you should always tell the audience. They won't catch it. I mean, I think it's more interesting for an audience to be waiting to see how it's used rather than trying to figure it out, because otherwise then they get stressed as well. I think the latter is definitely better. Oh yeah, Pokedoku. What is this? A daily trivia game. Don't show this again. The goal of the game is to fill in all 9 boxes with the correct Pokemon. You have to do so with only 9 guesses, so choose wisely. There will be at least 2 correct answers per box, with the exception of Master and Fan puzzles. Once you select a Pokemon, you can't switch your answer or reuse that Pokemon. Oh god, what am I looking at? What the hell? Unique 900? What the? Oh my god. Jesus. I hate this. Okay. Poison Fairy Pokemon. Fairy that's evolved by level up. Fairy that's evolved by trade. Kanto Poison. Johto Poison. Jesus! Okay. It's pretty good for... I bet that's fun. Rule 33 doll. Oh yeah, that's just like the number, right? Yeah, I know it'd be with Dota Heroes, but like, I'm just thinking that... So the thing with the web game theft bit that I'm looking at is it has to be something where the talent can get points for stuff. And I'm seeing, like, the way I'm like reading this Pokedoodle whatever is that you cannot just like do whatever you want, I'm assuming. Can you do whatever you want? I don't know. It said you can only use a Pokemon once, so I'm assuming part of the strategy is that if you use, like, I don't know, let's say Ghastly casually, then you realize that you needed to put Ghastly somewhere else because it now doesn't cover that other box. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Otherwise, it just becomes a fun little fill-out thing, which I don't think's that exciting. Maybe. I don't want a game that's like so... Like, here's the nice thing about choice games is that it's easy to make a choice. The worst thing you can do on a broadcast, I think, is have it be a hard-to-solve puzzle where the person is thinking a lot. Just, like, just to show how horrible it can be. Last week, earlier this week, I don't remember. I was hanging out with my friends, and we were like, oh, can our friend who doesn't play Dota name a Dota hero for every letter in the alphabet? Obviously excluding the ones where there is nothing, like X. And I tried to do it after them, and I realized, my brain stops functioning sometimes. Because I got to R, and I could not think of a single Dota hero beginning with R. And I sat there for, 5 minutes plus, trying to remember a Dota hero that starts with R. There's, 4 of them, I think. But I just couldn't fucking do it. And I'm like, this is insane. I play Dota all the time. I was going through heroes in my head. I was doing, I was thinking, flows in my head of, this hero counters this hero, who counters this hero, who counters this hero. And I was like, oh my god. I was like, I can't do it. I can't think of I was thinking about lanes. I was thinking about roles. But I can't think of a fucking R hero. I can think of 2. I couldn't think of any. And I was getting so upset. But, that's why I'm it worries me to produce content that's really open-ended. After 7 to 10 minutes of thinking, I got Razor. But obviously you can't have 7 minutes of someone going, on the panel. So that worries me. Whereas I like the Scrandle thing, because it's easy to say who has more smut. Hoodwink or Meepo. Or I don't know, some other, maybe Death Prophet, or maybe Drow Ranger. And then people are like, shit, I don't know. Hoodwink is got all the memes and stuff. Dark Willow has all the memes, but Drow Ranger's been around for a really long time. She's had many more years to get the smut. We don't know. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. Probably still Hoodwink. But Ricky and Rubik are mine. Yeah, the 4 are Ricky, Rubik, Ringmaster, and Razor. There's 10,000 heroes with S in the name. That's what I found out. What is fun? Hi, Woomy. Scrandle type games. Well, I guess Wordle. But then I guess the problem is then no one can get no one can get points from that. Syndrome. Having a little syndrome. There's gotta be stuff. I don't know. Check in the New York Times. Wow. Alright. I don't care enough. Let's move on. Yeah, that's been done, Northern Scum. A fair few times. On PA Heal, there are 8 Drow Ranger and 372 Hoodwink. I was on r/Dota2 Smut back in the day, and I'll tell you, there's a lot of Drow out there. I don't know what the website is, but it's somewhere. That must be one of those new guy websites, man. We gotta use... What is the... I don't want to open Volte while I'm streaming. I need to get thinking. I'm thinking. What would be a fun game? Is there a non-messy way to do a snowball fight? I like dodgeball, but I don't think people would want to play dodgeball. See, we're tackling the big questions today. Yeah, How many people want to fuck Hoodwink versus Drow Rangers? Big. Alright, Thor, what website was that? Time to Dota? No. We're doing Dota content. We're trying to come up with Dota content. This Dota piece is called Black Hole. It's where Enigma casts Black Hole and kills everyone. Yay! Drow wins? Nice. Have they done guess the audio? Yeah. I don't want to like think too much on those kinds of things. Well, I guess we can include those in like in the mini game stuff. Like if you just did a small round of it every time, I guess that works. What website were you using, Thor? What website were you doing? What website? What website? Yeah, I guess you could do like guess the loadings, guess the loading screen, audio, hero model, hero icons, whatever. There's also the like what is it called? What did I do for Dream League that one time where you draw a thing? Pictionary? Yeah. Pictionary. Can't tell rule tool. Rules don't exist in my stream chat. They only exist in the Discord. Bang. Alright, next idea. Come on. Next idea. Come on, come on. What do we need? What do we need? What do we need? We need to leave the box. We need to leave the box. Oh, you just used Rule 33. I asked. Rule 34. I don't know what Rule 33 is. Is there a Kez-related meme we can do? Kez-related content? Bud is the word, man. I'm trying to think of... I think I want to make a gambling casino. With Chaos Knight. Rule 33, luck more, it's never enough. What? No! Come back! Come back! I want a casino, guys. It's worrying me that I'm struggling as hard as I am, actually. I think what I meant to do is I meant to find other content that exists already and then doify it or something. Throwing axes, holy based. I don't know. I don't know how limited they are on that. I had an idea for Dot's game. Red ruby for me, oh my god, lassoing. Red Rover, I'm over. It's the original Rule 34. Maybe people just didn't hear about it. Maybe Rule 34 was just such an overwhelming meme that everyone just gravitated to it. Lone Druid content piece. We bring a bear into the studio. Red Rover. We take 3 pros and we put them into a warehouse. We release a bear into the warehouse and we see what happens. Maybe they survive. Maybe. Maybe. The bear was slacks in disguise. Oh my god. Why is everything always slacks in disguise? I want to come up with a gambling thing. I love gambling. Like, Chaos Knights. Casino. Damboro says they have a single long-lived rare piece, but that it was removed because of a takedown notice. What? Who the hell would do that? Do it tonight. Maybe like the artist who drew it took it down. I don't know. That's evil and fricked up. Content about old games like Dire Tide. We gotta make an Aghanims lab. I never issued any takedowns. It's fucked up. Watching gambling is just not fun for you. I love gambling. It just depends on what the gambling is. If it's on horse races, we gotta do horse races. We gotta do horse races. Okay. Hear me out. We just gotta emulate a fucking theme park, guys. We gotta remember that stream I was gonna do with the. We can do it, but we can do it digitally. We can do like. We can do this. You know, like the thingy. I'm just gonna do lines. Can't be bothered. Who are heroes with mounts? The best heroes with mounts. We can do like Luna. We can do. I don't like Chen. I hate that guy. We can do CK. It's his casino after all. Baby. We need the best heroes with mounts. Kotal's good. I like Kotal. And then one more woman. Marana, I guess. Am I missing any good ones? Alchemist is funny. Disruptor's good. I like Disruptor. Snapfire's good. I want Snapfire. Sorry, Marana. Snapfire. Okay. I don't know why I drew this so big. I'm gonna make that smaller. Horse. Nope. Make me harder. Ah! Horse racing. Bat Ride is good too. Horse racing. Now, we could make it so... Okay, we can include this in a casino, or this could be its own content piece, I'm gonna be honest. Okay, here's my two ways that we can use this, okay? Number one is we take, like, pro players and we make a casino, right? And this is gonna have multiple things that people can bet on. And then they try and earn the most amount of money by gambling. Or we can just destroy this and take it and make its own thing. And it could be like, we could make it a game where the talent on the panel have like buttons to spam, and then they spam it, and then it's like, that makes the person win. So it could be a race. It could literally just be a race based on ability to spam button. Or it could be a I mean, this doesn't have to be a talent piece. This could be a pro player piece. But yeah, like my three options. 1, button spam race. Number 2, similar to IRL, you have to land a like basketball shot to make your horse go. Or number 3, it's just random. But I think that's boring because then no one's interacting with it. It's just random and you bet on it. Whatever. I like this one. Number 2, if you did a bigger piece and you were like, okay, RTZ, you have to like land these basketball hoops, and then every time you land one, your horse is gonna go forward and you're racing this other guy. That'd be fun. They don't need to be mounted. Yeah, but it's funnier if they're mounted because it's based on horse racing from fun fairs. I like the second one. I prefer this. The gym pro player idea you had? Wait, what was the gym pro player idea I had? Oh, the gym with yeah. What, you say like, okay guys, you're in the gym, you need to go crunch 3 fucking sets or whatever, and then you can you can make your horns move. That sounds really awkward to set up, but maybe. Like they have to run across the gym, pick up a thing, and then leave. Run back the other way. That's like a fun one. Run across room, pick up weight, move it to other side of room. Okay, I feel like this is no longer a casino, and this is like its own idea. So I'm going to remove the casino, and I'm going to create... Ah! Haunts Racing. Oh yeah, I need my inspiration doc. Make things in Dota. Awards. Carries. This is just becoming a mind map of thing. Mid. Support. Offlane. Words and things. River. Runes. Hearing you ideate is making me want to learn more JavaScript so I can make a widget. Yeah. You should. It'll be fun. Make a widget. I want to make a widget. And yes, and yes. What was... Are you gonna share what it is, Key, or are you gonna keep it to yourself? Mwah! You gotta get a couple hours of sleep before work. Oh god, sleep well, have a good time at work, bye bye! I'm glad you enjoyed yourself. Haste runes, they need to do things that activate to speed up the horses. Yeah? Like, you know those tanks? You know those games that they do where they have like a tank of water? We could dress it up like you are collecting water to fill up the river, so the rune rises and you get the haste rune, and then you take the haste rune and give it to your haunts and they run faster. A climbing wall? Where the hell you think we're filming this shit? I'll keep it to myself. Fuck! I love hearing ideas. It's so cool. A gym? I don't think most, like, hotel gyms have a climbing wall. 'Cause that's the kind of gym you're gonna get when it comes to Dota tournaments. I wonder how could this contraption work, guys? What are the other mounted heroes, by the way? I think it'd be cool if it changed every time you, played. Yep. Chen. Disruptor. I'm not adding Legion with a mustache. No! No! Lesh and Edge do not count. I guess Centaur counts. I mean, this is an insult to my horse racing, because then they're just horses. Whatever. Because then it's like, oh, do we add any creature, like Primal Beast? I like it when you're riding someone. I want them to be riding someone. Techies. With the elephant. Oh, Marana. Miwana. Does Gyro count? Probably not. You can't have that. Centaur with a crash test dummy dressed up on his back. No! No! I think that's all of the mounts. Alk, does that count? Alk's kind of funny. I like Alk because it's funny. Actually, use little kiss up sucker. Fuck! Take your kind words elsewhere. I don't want to hear them. Oh, hey.
Moonception 75 just subbed.
Thank you, Moonception. Thank you. 16 months. Let's go! Timber, nah. Gyro, nah. Luna, yes. Marana, yes. Chen, yes. Disruptor, yes. Kotal, yes. Ban, yes. Bat Rider, yeah.
Hi Raya, Bang, Marry, Kill Question, Ada Wong Ri, Cammy White SF6, or Elsa Bloodstone Mister.
Who? I gotta open Stream Elements to read that again. Oh, God. Oh, wait, no, it's in the chat. Thank God. Bang, marry, kill. Ada Wong, don't know who that is. Cammy White, don't know who that is. Elsa Bloodstone, Marvel Rivals. I know who that is. She's British. Cammy White. I think I've seen her, maybe. Oh, I do know her. Okay. Ida Wong. Oh, I've seen her as well. Kill Cammy. Marry Elsa. Bang Ada, I'd say. Yeah. Yeah. But I don't really... I've never played Resident Evil. I was not a Street Fighter girly. I was a Tekken girly. Or Smash Bros. More so, I guess. And Elsa, I only know because she's in Marvel Rivals. What's wrong with Cammy? I never played Street Fighter. And she's not sexier than Ada. So if I'm choosing between who to fuck, I'm gonna choose the person who's more attractive to me. Don't judge me! You asked for my opinion! Why, you should be happy that I didn't take her. You can have her instead. Save her from death or whatever. Brazil! I love this song. I hope someone watches the VOD and gets to that point in the VOD. I just talking random shit and then I just yell Brazil. Yeah, I killed her and now he can have her. We already talked about this. Atsu's being a judgmental little beep. I can't believe you. Fuck you, Polly. Make sure you cut the clip of Brazil. I do love Brazilian Miku. I gotta go to Brazil. Alright, so the way that this would have to be set up is we have a big room. How does this work? This tank of water idea is something. They're trying to get a haste rune. Where are they getting the haste rune from? Maybe there's okay, there's many ways we could do this. We could have a big sand pit. I don't know if any TO is going to supply me with a big sand pit. I kind of want there to be multiple ways to get the thing. Because then it's more interesting to watch if you're doing this repeatedly. I like this content piece though. It has layers. I like that. Sand pit. Haste runes buried in it. What else could they do? They could get, you could have the big tube. And then they have a big thing of water. And you get a little jug. And you get a haste rune in there as well. Fill the tube to get haste rune. What else? What else can we do, guys? Help me out here. Help me out here. This is a good idea. This is peak. Where else could we hide hide a haste rune? It would have to be done IRL. What do you mean play Minesweeper? How does playing Minesweeper give us a physical thing? Well, like they'd have to play it on a PC and then we give them a physical rune afterwards. I think it's better if it's physical stuff. A puzzle box with a haste rune inside. How do we make this puzzle box? What does the puzzle box look like? Maybe this could also have like a key inside it that opens a box with a rune inside. You are in a piñata. Well, the problem with the piñata is that's not reusable. Multiple boxes they can open if they win a challenge. Well, this would be like one rush race content piece. So this has to like, there would be no like, oh, you want a challenge, here, have a box. I mean, maybe, because we wouldn't segment it. I think you would give them a room with like, you know, like 3 or 4 points of interest, and then they can just run between which one they want to do. Why am I in the sandpit? I need you to be in there. You are a reward. I want more songs with sax. It's the best. I mean, that could be good. We could have like a cardboard cutout. I don't know what Baraform looks like. Cardboard cutout. You gotta lasso it. Lasso Bara. For a rune. I could make a note to myself. Look at Squid Games. Very easy. Very easy. Meanwhile, I'm sketching out a Discord Fuji for myself. That's cute! Yes, and Carnival Games. I keep losing sleep. I like this, guys. I think this is a big one. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, well, I don't need to flesh that out more. I feel like it's good. You can flesh it out more, but I think this is good. I had a good idea for a rat race, but I don't know how to make it work. I was thinking, you know how you can buy those cars and they're remote controlled? Boop. Remote controlled base. I love the antennas. They're so funny. So then you could take like, you would design them. Like Dota heroes. So you would take the car and you would put like Weaver on it or something. You design it to look like Weaver. And then my screen's flickering. I don't like that. When you're not around. Stop flickering. Stop. It's weird. Anyway. You would make out of like wood, probably. I don't know what it would look like. Shit. I don't know. A map. A race. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. Alright, so you give them a maze like this. I don't want the pain of love, I want the pain from the rain. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Whatever, you kind of understand the concept. And we send the car in. And it has to collect stuff. Like, they have to drive it all the way over to, like, here where they would collect a thing. I don't know what the thing could be. Maybe it depends on the hero. Maybe if it's Weaver, we get... Well, who would be the funniest hero? Would it be Weaver? Can you guys think of a thing that would chase a thing? You know, like, let's just say, in human terms, we make this a rat, and then we put cheese on the map, and it has to go collect all the cheese. What would be funny? It's a hero that would have to chase a certain thing. Not chase, but like find a certain thing. I told you. A little buddy told me. I wasn't listening. That's my fault. My fault. Roshan? I don't think Roshan would be very good. I don't wanna pay my love, wanna pay my rain. Oh, I got a reply from Twitch support about the co-streaming. Yeah. It's just them telling me to replicate it in incognito mode. Oh my god, I'm sad. I'm not gonna read it now. I'll read it later. I want it to be multiple things in the thing. So like there would be a thing to get here, and a thing to get here, a thing to get here, a thing to get here. So they would have to go through, get that, then go here, get this, go down here, get this, and then come back, and then get that, and then get that, and then they would have to go all the way back to the beginning and leave. So it would have to be a multiple thing. Oh my god, yeah, I like bounty hunter hunting couriers. That's really funny. I like that. That's really funny. That's good. Weaver Prime would be stand out. That's true. They would be good with movement wise. I don't know how to turn a car into bounty hunter though. Ringmaster finding his items. That does work. conceptually. You could have Io tethering to his allies and healing them. You could have you could have Ogre Magi. You could make the remote control car look like the bird from the Arcana, and then you have Ogre Magi sitting on top of it, and then they're just driving around, trying to find like the eggs from the bird. Meepos, that would be funny. The only thing is, this would be made IRL. This would made so I wouldn't want to have anything where the car changes after they get the objective. I do like the Meepo idea though. You could do Marana chasing Salamane's lilies things. That's boring though. I don't like that one. Use magnets. That becomes very hard to make, I think. I like the Ogre Magi one. I think that's top, like one of the top ones for me. We'd have. I like Ogre Arcana. That works for like the car shape. I like Bounty Hunter chasing couriers. I think that's funny, which I think is important. I don't know how magnets work. That's for freaking sure. You could have... No, Techie's idea is the same as Meepo one. The humble anti-mage car hunting neutral creeps. Let me think. Oh, 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 wow, wow, wow. And chasing butterflies is too cute. We can't have that. That's too ayaya. Legion going to... It could be Legion. It could be Legion getting dual damage by beating the shit out of everything on the map. But, like, she doesn't have a good vehicle. Is the problem. We could put her on a horse. Big throwback. But I do like the concept of her getting dual damage. I think that's funny. The centaur one is like funny, but it just is a bit awkward because we can't add anything onto it. And then we would have to put a cart on the remote car, which to make the joke work, which also is not very intuitive to make. Like, it has to be... The car cannot change. And if the joke relies on the car changing, then we can't do it. Are you sheepsticks? Yeah. Hi! You don't know much about Dota other than that me and Yuzu play it. Yeah, that's fair. You're living a beautiful free life. Maybe, like... Maybe TA has to go place traps around the map. That could be funny. Well, not funny. It's not that funny. It's just, it works thematically. I can't think of much more. Honestly, I think the ideas we have are pretty good. Oh god, that break's starting soon. Yeah, I like techies more. Techies. Placing mines. What the hell is that? What was that monkey? Okay. Well, I think the ogre and the bounty are really good anyway. It's literally just would be a time trial. To drive the car to each point to complete the objective. After getting all 5, they have to leave. Wow. Okay. That's a good idea, I think. I think it'd be fun. I'm wondering if there's something that can be added to it to make it a little bit better. Because I feel like right now the thing is fun, but like if a pro is playing it, does the pro add anything by being there? It could just be anyone at that point, right? I'm like, can I add something that makes it a little bit more personalized? Something that chases them slowly above the board. I mean, this board design has like a lot of doubling back on yourself after you go into a place to get it, and the whole point of that is that they will like be bumping into everything as they try and like get back out. So that means that something chasing them doesn't really work, because otherwise they will like go here and then they'll just get caught on the way back out. I don't watch many streams, Tios. I watch Deadlock streams, I watch Dota streams, so I don't see that kind of stuff. Hiding spots? Yeah, just how big does this become at that point, I guess, is the worry. I mean, it could work, but it becomes like you'd have to rig something. You'd have to rig like a thing where the Nice Looker patrols up and down here or something, and they have to avoid it. But then again, at that point, you're just making this game, which is already kind of fun to watch, the same again. Like, I would want to add something with the pro player. So I'm like, what could I do with the pro player? Maybe like the pro, if we're assuming this setup where there's a team, right? You get the team for time. Then you would only have one person that can play with the car. So then you would have to have the 4 other people do something, or like, I don't know, 1, 2, 4 other people. So they would have to be able to do something to influence this. What could they do? Maybe... I think... Obviously, we can't rig something insane, because we just probably don't have that capacity for a Dota tournament. So, like, I couldn't have them, like, shut a door or whatever. Maybe they can throw, like... They can throw ball pit balls in that obstruct the car. That would be fun. I like that. I like that idea. Okay, so like setup wise, you would have this here in the room. Like let's say this is the floor plan of the room. Here, you would have the players here. These are the other team players. You would have the racing thing here, and then you would have the guy racing standing here. And then he sends his car in. Oh my god. Yeah. He sends his car in, and then they throw the balls in. And if obviously they might miss and fucking suck, and it might just bounce off, or it hits and it blocks your way from getting to like this star, for example. And then at that point, Y, who's standing behind like this line, has to run over, remove the ball, run back, and then can continue to race. And that's how you slow them down. Make it 5 remote control cars. How big do you think this is, Ottermark? It's not that big. It's not that big. We gotta think about scope here, man. I don't think any of these Dota TOs are gonna let me build like a fucking room-wide maze. We gotta make it like so it's easy for the person playing to see into the maze. And there needs to be walls so that they bump into them. I mean, we could probably lower the walls as much as we can, but... Can you add fixed locations where you throw the balls? I don't think that's a good idea because... Like, I think you should be able to throw the ball wherever you want. Because the idea is that the person playing has to go get it out of the maze if it ends up obstructing them. And if you say like, oh, you can absolutely place it like right here. This is a ball allocated place, and they go and put it in there. Then that guarantees that will become an obstruction for the player when they try and drive into it. So I think you just let them throw balls anywhere they want. They all get like 1 ball. I think this is good. Like I think what we have here is fun. I think it allows the other person to grief. I think it allows the one person to draw. I like this. I like this a lot. I think this is good. I think it would be funny. Because you could also make the decision, like, if a ball gets thrown here, you're like, okay, shit, I don't need to deal with that right now because I still have these other 4 ones to do. And you leave that there, but then maybe they end up throwing 2 balls in, you know, in that time, and then you finally get here and you have to run, remove 1, run back, remove the second, run back. It's like a tactical thing. You've never heard this song, Overly Weird Remixes? The people that made this song, they're called The Destruction of the Cult of the Sun. I fucking love their music, man. I've been listening to What Is Real Life lately, which is, came out last year? Cigarettes and wine. I really like this song, though. This song's so good. Overdose to connect. Overdose to connect. Anyway, I think this works. I don't think we need to work on it anymore. Alright. We did good work. I think, I don't know if we need any more than this for now. We got Rat Race, a maze where a Dota thing has to like go collect stuff from the maze while the teammates try and fuck them. We have horse racing where 2 people plus compete with each other on a race to collect haste ruins. We have secret panelist where a panelist has to do something stupid on a panel and get caught. We have Dota 2 codenames, Scribble.io, whatever. We need Buzzers Jesse is very not full out, but whatever. Web game theft, mostly talking about the talent competition, where they can accrue points through games and then use those points to do stuff. We have unconventional Dota, where it's a 1v1 between 2 players versus 2 players, and they use a guitar hero and a dance mat to control movement. We have a rhythm game, where maybe we get a custom song commissioned, and we turn it into a clone hero map, and then they have to play it. We have the Techies Invoker game, which we did not flesh out, because I knew that was going to take 10 years. Honestly, it kind of ended up being the horse racing game, actually. But I could see more of a collaborative one. I think this one's more collaborative. We gotta figure out a collaborative game. And True Sight Parody, which is a story of how True Sight got cancelled. How many games do you need? None. Like, this was just an this was just an exercise to see how many we could come up with in, like, 2 hours. We came up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Which is pretty good, in my opinion. I'd say we got pretty damn creative. And now we're gonna see all of these in XTI. Bro, if Valve gave me budget, oh my god, that would be sick. I've never worked as a content director at a Dota event. I'm always just analyst, and I'm not even good at it, so I don't know why they keep hiring me. I do think it would be nice to come up with content that builds over the course of the event as well. Like, I think all of the tournaments function quite differently for content. Like, Dream League really likes to do content constantly every day, whereas someone else like Blast might want to do content on downtime or, like, record stuff in advance and then, you know, edit it together properly. And, like, those are very different. Like, I think the way I would design stuff for ESL if I worked on a Dream League as a content guy would be very different to how I would approach Blast. Because something like this, remote-controlled race, is, like, I'd say really good for a Blast, but really bad for a Dream League. Because Dream League wants to be doing stuff every day, so they can't really afford to make big prop stuff like this. Unless this was, like, a constant thing that we were doing, you know? Like, could I turn the remote-controlled race into consistent content? I think that's where, like, this is more Dream League-y. Honest real life. Also, of course, Dream League doesn't get players either, so. Because you're a funny and opinionated person. Yeah! Thanks. It's real life. What is real life? Where's Lily? Oh, I see. I moved them down. All right. I hope Raven's here.
Place your bets.
Because you can lose all your money right now. Yeah. All that nice money you earned, it's time to throw it in a bin. Woo! Just because I like cooking, I want cooking challenges where talent interpret Dota heroes in the form of food. I was honestly thinking about that as an idea, but the problem is I can't cook, so someone else would have to cook. Because have you ever seen I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here? They do stuff where they feed the people, the celebrities, like kangaroo balls and stuff. And I think that it's funny on that show because you tell them that it's kangaroo balls, and then they have to decide to eat it or not, and you give them consent. But what we could do is we could cook kangaroo balls in the form of a tango. It looks like a tango. And then we don't tell them. And then they eat the kangaroo balls and we laugh. And then they throw up. Okay, we would have to tell them. Those are my last points until next Sunday. But what if you won? But I do think it would be funny to make a bunch of Dota items and stuff like that are food, and they're like really fucked food, and then the person has to decide whether they want to eat it or not for points. Has anyone ever won betting on poison? Well, she did win twice, I think. The less horses there are, the higher chance there is of it, you know? Get your bets in. Get your bets in. I wanna start the race. Get your bets in. Go on. My favorite Taskmaster challenges are where they are asked to name random ingredients unknowingly and then have to make something decent with it on theme. Oh god. There's no way any Dota pro knows how to cook. There's no way. Alright. I'm closing bets. I pressed the button, but it didn't work.
The race begins in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
I just think if you bet on all the horses, you should be blown up. Alright. Soju went ahead so fast and then just got trapped in a hole. That's really sad. I have so much art to rush out in the next week, actually. I need to focus up. We need to do drawing tomorrow. You guys okay with a big drawing stream tomorrow? Or do you guys want me to finish Ratchet and Clank? I know that I said I would play Ratchet and Clank twice this week and then I didn't do it. I need to make Instagram reels with Rhea. I need to draw Rhea. I want to use those ones that are like... What's that Dua Lipa song? What is this? Why is this her most listened to song? Oh, that's a good song. I like that. No, it's not this one. What is the fuck? What is the song? It's the one where it's like... Oh god. Oh man, I don't remember. It's not this one. Not that one. Love Houdini, but it's not that one. Yo, Lawnmower's gonna win again? Dash my goat right there. Nope, not this one. It's and then I said hello, and I was doing better alone, and then it's I knew it was the end of it all. It's that one. Break My Heart. This song, people keep making memes with this song where it's their two OCs who are in love with each other, but they don't realize it. Wait, hold on. I'll find the bit. Here. So it goes, so the song, so the meme always starts like, oh shit, void? Nope, never mind. It always starts here. So it's like, it says like, oh no, I was doing better alone. So you take like, let's just say like Rhea. She's like, I'm doing better alone. And then, oh no, or maybe Viral. Viral's doing better alone. But then it says, but when you said hello, then you would show, Lawn! But then you would show Rhea saying hello, and then Viral would blush. Oh my god, come on, Lawn! Stop! Don't throw! You're throwing! Good dog. Oh, who's a good doggy? Who's a good doggy? Yeah, yeah, woo! You know, maybe you should never have voted on Poison. I'm just saying. I tell you guys not to do it, and you do it. Alright, so then it says, you know, when you said hello, I knew that was the end of it all. So it would be like Rhea saying hi, and then Viral blushing and be like, doki doki, because she's like, oh god, what the hell? And then it's like, I could have stayed at home because now there ain't no letting you go. Am I falling in love with the one that could break my heart? So someone that they know is going to ruin them and their life. And I feel like I've seen so many reels of people with their OCs doing it, and I want it. I want it too. I want to draw it. Poison would win if you didn't rig the race. You really think I would do that? You really think I would just rig the race? I would. Anyway, I gotta go, guys. Rating Luminel. I don't know. I've never seen that wood emote before in my life. Sit at home. I was doing better alone. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll see you tomorrow. I will put out a schedule tonight, which is not going to be very interesting to look at, but I'm going to put it out anyway. Goodbye.